Good morning, fellow peers, viewers, and whomever may be watching this video at the time. My name is Rodolfo Guzman, and today I'll be speaking to you about a problem that affects most of us as people in the age of technology, and what has been done to stop it. Cybercrime. It's one of the most reported crimes in the world to this day, with over 1,000 attempts of cybercrime on a singular business per day. Crimes such as data breaches and identity theft. Both individuals, small and large businesses are affected by the wave of cybercrime, and in retaliation to this, there have been laws and regulations that have been passed down through many different governments over many different states. However, the most recent regulation that has been passed down, and the topic that I'll be talking to you about all today, is the General Data Protection Regulation, or the GDPR, passed down by the European Union. Before I talk to you about what the GDPR is, to give you an insight onto the kinds of cybercrimes that occur, this is a graph on the comparison of revenue that has been stolen from businesses in the US between 2017 and 2018. As you can see, one of the leading causes for stolen revenue in the US between 2017 and 2018 was malware viruses, with over $2.6 million being stolen in that singular year, which that's a lot of money. So, anyways, back on topic. What is the GDPR? Well, in simple terms, the GDPR is a regulation that has been passed down by the EU around mid-2018. The GDPR was meant to set a minimum standard point for data protection, revolving around the personal data of companies, clients, and sensitive data monitored and worked on by that same company, who are also members of the EU. Any business that would fail to meet these certain minimum standards would face a fine of around 70 million euros, or 4% of the company's annual turnover, whichever is the largest sum of money to that company at the time. Now, how exactly would the GDPR prevent cybercrime such as data breaches from happening in the EU? Well, the GDPR introduced a wider range of ideas and concepts to the topic of data protection, such as accountability, who is responsible for setting up these safeguards for data protection; transparency, the minimum standards or requirements for these safeguards; how a child's personal data should be protected in the comparison to an adult's data; a better way to report data breaches in the EU; and better support for companies who have suffered from a successful data breach. These new concepts were developed over the already existing concepts from the Data Protection Directive, or the DPD, with some new ones being added as well during the making of this regulation. Now comes the question: if the EU put this much work to ensure the protection of personal and sensitive data of the businesses and individual members of the EU, there would obviously be a reason for it. And that is the very sad and true case in this age. With more of our daily items becoming connected wirelessly through networking, and more of these items going from analog to digital, so has the area in crime. Cybercrime is a way of committing crime through means of IT, and has been around ever since the first telephone was made, and continues to grow and evolve as the years and technology progress. Cybercriminals are very intelligent people. They find vulnerabilities in both software and humans. They know how to easily operate both through the mind and of an everyday consumer such as you and I, as well as through the intricate network and software of computers, all with the intent to exploit them. Their efforts, however, reap many rewards at the expense of many other people's loss, with around $1.5 trillion stolen from different companies and individuals all around the globe per year. So as long as technology continues to evolve, so will these cybercriminals. Therefore, the creation and the passing of the GDPR was essential to help mitigate, if not prevent, such things from happening to the businesses and citizens inside of the EU. Here are two graphs which show the number of data breaches that have been reported to the OAIC, or the Office of Australian Information Communication, between the 1st of April 2018 to the 31st of March 2019. and the reasons for these particular data breaches occurring during the same time period. So, in conclusion, considering that society will probably never cease to evolve and the growth of technology being a key part in our evolution, cybercrime will never stop being a threat to our society. To better prepare ourselves for the next wave or era of cybercrime attacks, all we can do is prepare, maintain, and upgrade the safeguards in which we try to prevent or slow the process of them from happening. Now, I hope each of you who may be watching this walk away with a new insight into the world of data protection and cybercrime. Once again, my name is Rodolfo Guzman, and thank you all for watching. And if you would like to know where I got all my information from, I have a reference list as well, if any of you would like to watch or look at them. Thank you for watching.